I'm going to predict all the Big 12 football games for Week 5. And it goes as follows. Cincinnati at BYU. BYU is favored by 3 points. I'm thinking Cincinnati loses their third straight game. Yeah, I'm calling BYU to win. BYU is the better football team. And they're at home. Baylor at UCF. UCF's favored by 12 points. I will say this right now. Blake Shapen is day-to-day, and he could very well play next game against UCF. He could, potentially. And Jarrell Boykins at nose tackle will help possibly play. I thought he would play against Texas, and he didn't. And I will say that part of the struggle for Baylor this year is not just because of the defense alone. The offensive line has disappointed a little bit. And they had injuries along the way. But every team has injuries. They've just not been executing that great, especially in the red zone. However, UCF got a wake-up call. Because prior to that last game, they did not play a Power 5 opponent in a non-conference. And they gave up 281 rushing yards to Kansas State last week. And Baylor's a run-heavy team. And that's going to help Baylor potentially in this game here. And like I said, Blake Shapen could be back. And I know Baylor defense has their issues too. So this is going to come down to who wins the time of possession. And I know it sounds crazy. And I know UCF is 3-1. But Baylor is going to pull off the upset here. I know it sounds crazy. This is a coin flip game. Even though it does say UCF by 12 points. And UCF is heavily favored according to Matchup Predictor. But Baylor is going to get healthier. And that's going to help them. Now, number 24, Kansas at number 3, Texas. Texas is favored by 16.5 points. This is a dangerous game for Texas here because they could be looking ahead to Oklahoma. You better not look ahead, Texas. Remember what Kansas did 2 years ago in Austin. And not only that, you need to work on your special teams. Yeah, you missed a field goal. You muffed 2 punts that Baylor recovered. In addition, you muffed a kickoff. So that's all I gotta say. And which Quinn Ewers is going to show up. He showed up yesterday against Baylor. He did. The only reason why I'm going Texas here is because the Kansas defense is terrible. Point blank. Give me Kansas to win. But it wouldn't shock me. But if Kansas does win, but they're gonna. I would think they would at least cover the spread. Houston at Texas Tech. Texas Tech's favored by 10 points. Texas Tech's hype got to their head. Let's just make that clear. And they have failed to live up to their expectations. But I know Houston has kind of disappointed too. I mean, they lost to Rice. They should be 3-1 right now. But they're not. And Texas Tech has had road woes. And that's the only reason why I'm picking Tech in this game, because it's at home. After that, I'm throwing it out the window. And how does Texas Tech respond after a loss to West Virginia? Not only that, Tyler Shuck, the quarterback for Texas Tech, he broke his fibula yesterday. So that's not going to bode well right there. But I'm sticking with Texas Tech. But this is a coin flip. I expect this game to be a lot closer than 10 points. I think it's going to be like here. I mean, that's the truth. Iowa State at number 14, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's favored by 21 points. Yes, Iowa State won last game against Oklahoma State, but Oklahoma State's not that great. And yes, they scored a bunch of points on them. And Iowa State's offense looked better against Oklahoma State, but the problem is Oklahoma's a better team than Oklahoma State, and it's on the road too, and that's another reason why I'm going Oklahoma in this game. West Virginia at TCU. TCU's favored by 9 points. West Virginia's 3-1. They got a win against Texas Tech. And I admit I was wrong about that game. I was. And TCU did beat SMU. Even though some SMU fans were talking it up about, we're going to beat TCU. Yeah, that didn't happen. So, and like I said, TCU's favored by 9 points. I have a hunch that TCU wins this game. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe button. And see you guys later. Let's get me up to 600 subscribers now. Let's go. We're on the road to it.